very warm welcome to everyone. This is our first trial in imparting knowledge as a group. So this is me, Dhimandev Goswami, and let me introduce you to my very quite some time or a very old friend named Manu Yadav. So come on, Manu, say something about yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Mani Yadav and we welcome you all to the Common Man.
Okay, so that's it. So you just see, he's a very humble guy. He has done his bachelor's and master's as well in statistics, and he has got a very unique major and minors. So hope we can entertain as well as educate, and let's see where the stem goes. Fine. So the basic reason, the particular thing for which we started, or the start of this community, the common math came, is that there is mathematics actually could be seen in everything in our surrounding. What do you think about that, Manu?
Yeah, actually, you can actually, if you pay attention closely, you can see some sequences, some numbers, and in day-to-day life also you use mathematics while you're dealing with shopkeeper or you're even if you're using apps, behind everything there's mathematics.
Yeah, surely. So, and so people talk about, people have tried to make pages of books, and they have tried to, bifurcate things, and they try to say there is something known as pure and something known as, applied. So, and there is a huge debate that we should be directly taught applied. Only then will we be able to know about pure. So these are all gray subjects, and these are all these kinds of talks keeps happening. Right, Manu, and they are not actually helping us to arrive at a comfortable conclusion. They are actually making a huge mess in our head. So Manu, what I actually noticed is that I gave my boards examination when I back. It's been 10 years, so I gave it in 2010. So from
Yeah,
then until now, technological upgrades, or technology has improved uh, eons of time, right? So what has happened is that, so now when I was administering, or I was teaching some of the students, so what I noticed is that they are even more confused than we were when we were in our matriculation days. So when we were 15, 16-year old, we how much confusion was in our head. They are even more confused, and they are even having more trouble understanding the very basics of whatever subject, and mostly mathematics. So that thing, I started observing. What was your observation on that, Manu?
I think they're confused. Uh, to be honest, I think there are many more, like much more career paths also that are there, which weren't there in our time. So people, of course, they're like confused, and they need guidance. To someone like us to guide them to actually explain some stuff in much simpler form. I think yeah, that is what is required.
Yeah, you actually put all the blabberings I did in a very in a very few words. So yes, of course, I also feel that too, ditto. And so therefore, since we have been seeing and observing, I've been seeing and observing this world since I was born, and it has been like 25 years, 26 years. And so right now we are capable enough to impart something. You know, I mostly believe in learning, then teaching, then again learning. Okay, so what happens? It's just like the step thing. I see learning is like there is a it's a step, and there is one person on top, and it's an infinite step, so it is hard to draw here. So I'm just drawing like it's a real line. Okay, so this is like negative infinity, and this is like some positive infinity. So, and somewhere here is I'm lying. So I'm placing myself somewhere here, and so the person on top will pass something on to me, and there's something that is passed on to him, and then again, and then I again pass it on. And I believe doing that thing, putting ourselves on that place, then I guess we are in a more advantage if we put ourselves there. If you only put ourselves at the bottom of the stairs, let's say I put myself, okay, let me take another page. So let's say I again draw the thing. So if I put myself at the bottom of the stairs, so wherever the bottom be, so if I put myself there, the world looks like everything is above me, and I'm always under. So I feel very much undermined,
Mm.
and I used to feel like that when I was very young. It's like I won't be able to do things because bigger, like, so like older people are doing much more things. Maybe when I will become older, I'll be able to do. But no, it never happened, because I always thought about I need to keep learning. I need to only keep learning, learning, and learning until I reached Delhi for to do my bachelor's, and then got I introduced myself. I thought I need to earn some extra bucks, so therefore I started teaching a few children at my pastime. So part timely, I used to teach them, and then I took just one step above, and
Mm.
things really turned out very differently. What do you say on that, Manu?
I mean, of course, as you get older, you get wiser, you get to have much more experience, which you can also share, which you can, yeah, I mean, you can share it with the people. I don't know the names. Like,
Yeah, so yeah, of course, man. Come on, let's laugh it out. Huh? So this is some insane theory, right? So the staircase, let's call it the stairway theory. Or
oh,
you call it a stairway theory, or you call it stairway technique, or you can also start listening to, as I can see the guitar, you can also start listening to Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven. So something something of that sort. So yeah, so I believe this thing, in this perception. So when I started to put myself in that strategic position where I learn and I teach and I learn as well, so also like it's like I'm swinging like a pendulum from being a teacher, and then being a learner. Or I guess no, that's not the most commonly nomenclatured word. The most commonly nomenclatured word is a student. So when I swing between these two, in these two amplitudes, so I guess I have benefited a lot from that. What do you say on that, Manu?
yeah, of course. I mean, you're always a student, you're always learning stuff. Even if you are 50 years old or you're 60 years old, uh, I mean, you can uh, learn more, gather more and more knowledge. There's no end to it. So, yeah, that is.
Have you ever noticed or observed this thing when we were in college, or when we used to meet our professors? We used to start seeing professors there, right? So professors are always, they are into understanding, or like they're always working on papers and they're studying, and then they're also teaching. So have you ever
Yeah.
seen them as to be very flamboyant? They're like glowing, like a lotus petal under the brightly glittering sun. Have you ever felt that? Like they are walking suns, like these are walking stars all around, like they all shine somehow. I don't know, I felt the same thing with certain doctors also. When I enter a hospital, I also see that thing. When I enter a hospital, I see that they're wearing lab coats, and they're very shining and clean, something uh, which intimidates the positive way, not the other way, like, yeah, wow, something is there.
Yeah.
There's some pull to it. Have you ever felt that
Um, yeah, I mean, a little bit, I think, yes.
things are going in a lot way, I guess? So if you let me call you, so when I'll say you, it will mean the viewer, and when I'll say Manu, it will means I'm talking to Manu, and when I'll say me, it's me, of course. So if you are also I believe, if you believe that we are talking too fast or too slow, so Manu is going to be our yardstick. So if he gets confused, so that means of course you're going to get confused, because he's a very smart kid, a very smart guy. Sorry, the word kid is I always used to hate when somebody used to call me, hey kiddo, what's up, hey kiddo, you go and bring this to me, something like that. So yeah. So okay, now the main thing what we were talking about is that so learning and giving. So giving and sharing, right? Which says na. So it's giving and taking, take and give and take. So I guess when we talk about give and take, everybody takes it as this word. There is a very uh, a word which has become very famous amongst everyone else, quid pro quo. Everybody starts thinking it in that sense, because quid pro quo sounds a very cool tuned word, or a cool tuned phrase. So quid pro quo means I'll give you something and you have to give me back something, right? So it's like bartered system kind of a thing. Bartered, I seriously, I don't know the, please pardon my spelling if I written it correctly or not. So bartered system.
Just butter.
Huh. It's right, no, Manu? Bartered. I'm
Just butter.
Oh, just barter, right? Okay, okay, fine. So I should just remove ed.
Hmm.
Okay, cool. So that's not what I want to make clear is that learning and teaching is not like quid pro quo or barter system. It's like the day you start making it some kind of a barter system, that day I guess we'll lose the essence of the thing. So when, like for example, I teach you, you teach me, so
Hmm.
that's something, you know what do you say about that? Do you even feel that thing that I'm a, like, I'll teach you, when I say that I'll teach you the solution, I'll give you the solution to the quadratic roots, can you teach me how to graph the can you teach me how to graph the quadratic function? So
Everyone is expert in like their own field, so they can, of course, help each other. But it's almost like butter, but it's not expected the other person to like to help them necessarily. But
yeah, yeah. Yes, so I'm just marking it this place out, and I'm moving to another layer. So what is the very nice word that comes in, which our professors and most of the scholars use, and that's known as, now also please look at my spelling.
collaboration.
Okay, so this is a very a very humane, a very sane word to use. So rather than using an exchange thing or something, so collaboration is something, right? So
Yeah.
for example, I was actually talking with Manu the other day, and we were talking about jet planes. Okay, so just consider this is the jet. I'm just drawing the front. Okay, so in a jet plane, uh, mostly there are two persons, right, sitting there, isn't it? So one we call, what do we call one? Number one, the one who's driving, the driver. What do we call
Yeah.
the driver? We call the driver as pilot, right? And there's also another person who is actually works as a navigator. He works as wait, there's no space there. So this person is what he works as a navigator. He works as systems management. He does. That person, he or she does, or that
Mm.
person also looks after the missiles weapon system, right? So uh, that's the thing. So I was looking into our education system, something like they are collaborating there. So right, so therefore this person is not known as pilot 2. This person is called as co-pilot. So this collaboration and co-pilot, somewhere they hit a nice note inside, so it lingers, right? Collaboration, co-piloting. I'm co-pilot. So I would. What do you say, Banu? One day I would
Yes,
really love if, like, you are doing a paper, and I'll say, please, will you help? Will you let me do some co-piloting on your work? And you'll be saying, okay, come on, hop in. Put your mask on.
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah,
You should
something.
reach out. Like in universities, if someone is not good in one field or one thing which they're working on, suppose they're working on some paper and they need someone to work on, let's say, optimization, and they think that person might help them. So they collaborate on that. They work together, they come together to solve that. So, yeah.
So okay, now I just want to pause one thing, because since we are a very new and fresh kind of community, right? So if we put an hour or an hour 20-minute long video together, I'm completely know that you're going to just watch for 30 seconds and you're going to skip to another thing, another video which has got attractive thumbnails or very attractive kind of end screens and tags and all. So therefore we have already gone 17 minutes into our this session. So let's take a break, and then we'll do another video that will become the part 2, and we'll see you in the part 2 if you really want to know where we are going and what kind of things, and which we are mostly focusing on. To start in, we want to start with the basic part, the basic thing of life, as well as the basic thing of mathematics, and that is fine. So what I'm it's visible, right, Manu?
Yeah.
So it's reasoning. So we are going to be talking about reasoning, how to reason, and then at the end we'll also deal with some questions, and we will actually know. See, there are millions of videos which you will get on solving puzzles, solving reasoning questions that you get in examination, but they show you the how of it. We'll show you the why of it. Okay, so let's take a break here. So let's meet you in the second part. Thank you.